Mark Carney's Liberals won all three of the by-elections held in Ontario and Quebec. It's no surprise that the Liberal government's media is claiming that now Mark Carney won his majority. Obviously, we know that even if the Conservatives had not crossed the floor, he still would not have a majority. The will of the people do not reflect the government in this country. Many people are now convinced that the Liberal government will pass even stricter laws on the internet, more draconian laws on free speech. Of course, digital ID is just around the corner, and a digital currency is already in legislation, in all likelihood being drafted, so that Mark Carney can try to enact his dystopian vision of what the world should look like on Canada. A couple of things that are important to realize. Only 33% of the people that were eligible to vote in Ontario turned out to cast their vote. 51% of the people that were eligible to vote turned out to vote in Quebec. Of course, neither of these levels are acceptable. If you want your government to think that you are watching, the turnout for the vote must be near 90% so that they know that you are watching their every move, and then they will be on their best behavior. Then they will make sure that they don't do anything absurd and ridiculous and mock the very democratic system that they claim to uphold so much. I can think of lots of dystopian governments, totalitarian dictatorships that began by saying, we believe in democracy. Now we have 3 years of this dystopian nightmare, this vision that Mark Carney wrote down in his book Values, which is high density digital currency, everything controlled by the government. There is no free enterprise. There is no middle class. May God help those of us that do not support the Liberal government.
The fake god of this world, the devil, okay? So what is the New World Order? It's pretty basic. Basically, New World Order is the devil's kingdom, okay? So what it is Jesus is God, and the devil is literally real, and a place called hell actually exists, and a place called heaven actually exists as well. And the people that are at the highest levels of influence, power, government, banking, everything, the ones that have seeming control over things, worship the devil. Literally. The devil is an actual literal creature with a mind that can speak. And a voice. Okay? With a mind that can think. A voice. A mouth that can speak. An actual being. Okay? And these people worship that being as God. Okay? As God. They don't worship the real God. Okay? They're very religious people. And everything is about bringing up the New World Order into being. The New World Order is a suicidal, self-destructive, satanic world government system that the Antichrist, which is the devil, will be ruling over at some point in time, after this point in time. Okay? But it is a temporary kingdom set up in this reality in order to get as many people as possible to take the mark of the beast and die terrible, horrible deaths. Okay? The New World Order isn't some forever kingdom that is going to last in this world. It is a temporary kingdom that is set up to trick men and women into worshiping the devil, into their own self-destruction. That's all it is. Devil worshippers do not understand this. Devil worshippers think that they will live forever in the world, worshiping the devil, having fun, killing babies, killing kids, killing other people, killing themselves, killing other people, killing everything. And somehow, if they just worship the devil enough, if they just sacrifice enough people, if they murder enough babies, okay, if they commit terrible atrocities enough times, then the devil will love them and the devil will give them a whole bunch of nice, good things. And they'll just live in the world forever and ever and ever and ever. And forever and forever and forever and forever. And forever and forever and forever and forever and forever and forever and forever. That is what devil worshippers believe. Okay? That is what they believe. That as long as they murder enough and do enough evil things, somehow good will come out of it. Nice, good things will come out of it. And from that point, they'll just be able to just live forever and be happy. That the more they worship the devil, the more good things they will get to themselves. The more they murder babies, the more good things will happen to them. Because they believe that the devils are going to treat them nicely and give them nice, good things. And a nice, good life. And that they will be able to be God. Literally, that they will be God. That they will share in some kind of ascended godhood type of state. Okay? State of being. That somehow the devil has the power to transform them into these godlike beings that will never die and that will live forever in perpetual bliss and happiness. They just need to murder enough babies, though, to get it.
He believes in a global order that supersedes democracy and the rights of the individual. These are global authoritarians who want to remake their world in their image. It is important to listen closely.
So we're meeting now in that context in, as you just said, in hard times. We might say even a hinge moment of history, a world that's more dangerous and divided, a time where the rules-based international, the global order, rules-based global order is under threat, in a time when
Hear that? The rules-based global order is under threat. That's because people like you and me are waking up to it. Some people still haven't gotten the picture yet.
Technological change is accelerating. And we really have two choices as a jurisdiction, as a country in this circumstance. We can nostalgically look back and long for the old order to somehow return, or we can build a new one with purpose and partnership.
New world order.
And as the most European of the non-European countries, Canada looks first to the European Union.
According to this little snippet from the EU-Canada summit.
A world that's more dangerous and divided. A time where the rules-based international, the global order, rules-based global order is under threat, in a time when technological change is accelerating. And we really have two choices as a jurisdiction, as a country in this circumstance. We can nostalgically look back and long for the old order to somehow return, or we can build a new one with purpose and partnership. And as the most European of the non-European countries, Canada looks first to the European Union to build a better world.
I don't look to the Europeans.
And that's what today is about. It's about building on our triple alignment of values, of interests, and of trust built over the years. And so today, this is a new era of cooperation. Our strategic Canada-EU or EU-Canada strategic partnership for the future will build.
Okay, how many, hands up everyone, who here voted for a new world order?
Right.
Okay, so that's none of us then, and yet this is exactly what Mark Carney is saying. He's saying that we're undertaking a new relationship with the European Union, who is P.S. evil incarnate, on the digital front, on the climate front, on messaging.
On the digital front where they censor everything.
I mean, this is insane what we just heard here. This is insane. Nobody voted for this. I did not vote for this. No, I do not want this. I don't want European overlords determining what I here in Saskatchewan can do, or what you there in Alberta can do, or what you in across the country of Canada can do. I don't want this at all.
But he snuck in the climate stuff right at the end. And here's my problem with that.
Yeah.
Because Mark Carney has talked about this before he was a public figure in politics, when he was just a
civil servant,
a climate sabotage bankster with the UN and then GFANZ. The EU right now is implementing a carbon border adjustment mechanism, the CBAM. It's a carbon tariff. They're introducing this in 2026. And what this means is, and Carney has talked about this, if we are bringing in goods from places that don't have a carbon tax,
oh, they're going to add it.
We care so deeply about the environment that we are going to add it on inbound goods and then pass that cost along to the consumer, thus making everything more expensive, meaning that goods that are made in jurisdictions that don't have carbon taxes, like let's say the United States or China, well, they are not getting the benefit of that because the consumer is going to pay for it as though it had a carbon tax. We're putting a carbon tariff on that. And Mark Carney has mused about that. And that is particularly chilling since our largest trading partner does not have a carbon tax. Mark Carney is a carbon tax zealot. He's trying to figure out a new way to tax us. And if all of our inbound imported consumer goods have a carbon tax, well, then he's getting us, I guess, coming and going a little bit.
He's going to institute an even huger international carbon tax scheme that works across continents and borders. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Canada, you were sold a bill of goods that this guy cannot cash, and this is going to be a disaster for Canada. You mark our words.
After World War II, United States military technology here, okay? By great leaps and bounds. Oh, okay. And it has never stopped. The war is upon you, and then all of the goodies are going to come out. Mark my words, it's going to happen. When the war happens, that's when you'll see all of the goodies come out. What do I mean goodies? All the tech, all the technology. Technology invented by Nazis, okay? The technological might of the United States military, the roots foundation of it is Nazi in origin. You have to understand this. You have to understand that. Please understand that. That all of this is connected. And all of this is focused on one very religious goal, okay? These people have a religious goal, okay? Their life goal is a religious one. And if you want to know exactly what it is, go to your search engine, look up Lucis Trust, Lucis Trust, United Nations, okay, and then after that type in Luciferian initiation. So, in the United Nations, this was a real true statement coming from the United Nations itself that says, worldwide, there will be a grand Luciferian initiation for all people, and it will be the only way for you to enter into the new age of the New World Order, and that all people across everywhere will have to undergo the Luciferian initiation in order to live in that world. This is coming from the devil.